I just got through saying I wasn't going to be reacting to Peach McIntyre, but I'm scrolling down my timeline, minding my business like I always do. Okay, I was minding my own beeswax. Okay, when I saw this mess, like she has rocks for brains. For real, she does. Get on in here, guys. Replay gang, what's going on? Tune in, tune in. Hit that like button for me. You guys need to join the memberships. Like, come on, you guys are trickling in a little at a time. I'm appreciative of all of you who have joined the membership, but you guys need to get on in here. $2.99. That's very low. And I feel like I'm cheapening myself for being so low. Not for real, I'm just playing. $2.99, I think it's a doable price. $2.99. Go ahead and join up. Join up. Hit the like button when you come in. I see I have one person in here. But you guys, Peach McIntyre says that she is going to spend 60K a year for her child to go to college. Are they even charging that at Harvard? Does Harvard charge 60K a year? Let me look it up. Let me look it up. Let me look it up. Let me get on my other phone. Child, I can't believe what I am hearing. That is crazy. Ugh. Let me see. How much? Okay, let me use my microphone. How much does it cost to attend Harvard? Oh, Harvard has financial aid. Okay. Which is need based and can make attendance free for families earning under 200,000 per year. For the 2025-2026 academic year, the university will make tuition free for families. Wow. Y'all better get down to Harvard. Annually, it costs about $56,550 to attend Harvard. That's housing, which is food, health services, and other student services is about 26K. So with the tuition and housing and food, it's about 82K a year to attend Harvard. However, if you can't afford it, it's free. Who knew that? Did anybody know that you can get into Harvard for free? The new financial aid plan also includes coverage for housing, food, health services, and other student services for qualifying students. Okay, okay, okay. SCAD is visit SCAD for our special open house event. It's the perfect opportunity for prospective students to experience our academic programs and inspiring learning environment. Okay, SCAD Day Atlanta. Okay, they're having a few of them. Oh, they also have a SCAD. Oh, they have one in Atlanta and one in Savannah. Okay. Hey, Mama 3. Yep, I'm back. Girl, back with a Peach McIntyre. I just saw, look, look, I wasn't bothering anybody. I wasn't trying to cause any trouble. I was in my kitchen heating up some beef so I can make some tacos. You know what I mean? Because I'm hungry. And I was just scrolling down my timeline, bored or whatever. And I saw some foolishness from Peach. Okay. So I was like, I'm not going to wait. I'm not going to delay. I'm going to talk about this right now. Okay, I'm going to play the video for you all in just a moment. Savannah. Okay, what is this SCAD stuff anyway? What is the acronym? What is SCAD? It looks like they just went and looked up some stuff and just went. Like, this is an open house. Anybody can go. The University for Creative careers. The University for Career. Now, why would you be paying 60K for the university for creative careers? But somebody said, people who graduate from SCAD, they normally get good jobs. Okay, let's look it up. Is SCAD a good school? Oh, look, it came up. Deciding if SCAD, Savannah College of Art and Design, is a good school depends on an individual's career goals, learning style, and financial situation. It is widely recognized for its high quality pre professional arts education and excellent job placement rates, but also has a reputation for a high workload and cost. Thank you. Double tap the screen. It's like 9 people in here and 2 likes. Like, that is so ghetto. I hate when you guys do that. That makes me like want to log out of YouTube and never come back. Like, really? I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. I don't care if nobody's in here. Mama 3 would tell you I can talk by myself, honey. You don't gotta like me. You don't gotta like me, but you'll come back and you'll listen. Um, so they have a wide array of programs. SCAD offers more than 40 programs across a variety of creative disciplines, offering more specializations than most other art and design universities. They have high employment rates. SCAD's success rate is notable, with 99% of recent graduates reporting employment, higher education, or both within a year of graduation. Now, what does this mean? What does this mean that they have jobs? What type of jobs do they have? Are they working in the career fields of their choice? Because I know when I graduated, uh, many, many moons ago, this is like almost 30 years ago, when I graduated with my first, no, that was my second degree. I have three. I have three, just in case you all would like to know. Okay. Doesn't mean shit though. If I didn't get those degrees for free, I would piss on them and flush them down the toilet. A degree means nothing today. Okay, you can go to school and go to a trade school for about 18 months, less than 18 months, 6 to 18 months, get out of there real quick and go get you a job that will pay you the big bucks. School is a waste of time unless you want to go and you want the college experience. If you're not a doctor, a lawyer, a nurse, something technical, something scientific, who cares? Like, we have social media these days. It doesn't take, I mean, John Michelle, he didn't attend college and his artwork is like the most expensive. And what school did he go to? He didn't. He just painted on the subways in New York. Um, Basquiat, Jean Michel Basquiat, for those of you who do not know. Okay? Um, it doesn't take a college degree to do creative work. It doesn't take a college degree to become an author. It doesn't take that these days. I don't understand why, you know, I don't know. I don't know. To each his or her own. I'm not hating. Like I said, if you want the college experience, if you want the degree, who are we to judge? Who are we to judge? Go ahead. At least if you're getting a degree, at least make it worth your while. Why in the hell would anybody pay $250,000 for an education? I mean, unless they hope to make at least 10 times that much, at least 10 times that much. Like, if I'm going to pay 60K a year, debt free or not debt free, whether it was a scholarship or not. Well, if it's a scholarship, who cares? I'm not paying for it. Who cares? But I'm not going to attend a school that has a demanding workload and that's going to be that expensive. And I'm not at least going to go into a profession where I am guaranteed to make much more than I have to pay to go there. That's all I'm saying. Let's head over to Peach's account and let's go ahead and listen to what she's saying and let's react to it. Oh, I don't have much longer. My taco meat is about to burn up. Let me see. Because y'all know I gotta eat. Okay, here it is. Wait, let me turn it up.
Coming here, I was told it's gonna be about 55,000 a year, but after speaking to the admission rep, she said 60,000. With my job, Gregory will be going to college debt free. Woo! Like no matter what school he picks, we can afford it debt.
Shut up, Peach. You can afford 60K a year for your child to attend college, but you can't afford 60K a year for a house. Where's your house? You're going to pay 60K a year for your child to attend school, and you can't even afford a house. Who do you think you're playing with? Stop playing in our face. Like, I get tired of this lady doing that. Nobody's jealous, and if she was able to do that, fine. She's able to do that. But stop playing in our face. You know doggone well you cannot afford 60K a year. And what you're going to do is send that boy to college and have him looking crazy when you can't afford to pay that tuition when it's due. And it's going to be worse for him than it was for you at Lakewood Ranch duplex apartments or whatever it was called. I don't know what it was called. Do you guys know what that apartment complex she was living in is called? Girlfriend, you couldn't even make $3,500 a month for your living situation. And now you expect us to believe you're going to be able to pay 60K a year? How long is this doggone program? Let's look. Let's look and see. First of all, let's finish listening to this malarkey.
Free. Then after that, I gotta do this a bunch of more times for all of my other kids. But Gregory,
Wait a minute, for 10 kids, you're going to pay 60K a year for 10 kids? First of all, I'm not even going to say that. I'm not even going to say it. You guys are thinking it, but I'm not going to say it.
setting a 8 more times. Well, seven if Choicey don't go, but um,
Why can't Choicey go? How come you're going to just. Why did she buy Choicey a three-wheeler, basically a tricycle? Just because Choice is autistic, that doesn't mean Choice can't learn. Why does she keep doing that to that baby? You're taking him out to buy Pampers, taking him out to do all this bull crap. Like, you won't even give him a chance to see what he can do. He can probably do so many things if she would just allow him to show what he can do instead of allowing him to just be out there like a feral child, letting him run around with clothes that are 10 times too little, not getting his hair cut. I mean, I hate that for Choice. I really do. But what if Choice does want to attend school? Autistic people go to college every day. Every day. And she's automatically assuming that he will not want to go or will be unable to go. He has just as much of a chance of attending college as Gregory Mckay. Let's continue to listen. Oh gosh, I'm moving slow. Sorry, guys.
Gregory is
Oh,
setting a great example for his siblings. My thing is, I just want Gregory to take advantage of all of the opportunities. Yep. So I just keep preaching that to him, like, son, the world is your oyster. Take advantage of all of the opportunities right in front of you. So let's go ahead and check out these dorms.
y'all, tell me why Peach McIntyre is down to that school with that gown on. Why is she at the school going on a tour in the rain with that gown on? She has no decorum, no class, no sensibility. Why would you do that to your child? You are wearing a gown in the rain. What is wrong with her? First of all, how do you expect Gregory Mckay to have a chance in hell of ever being successful if you won't change as his mother? That is embarrassing. Not only that, not only that, she's at the doggone school. I can see if you were recording, but you're recording, and this is all being done within earshot of other students who are also there on a college tour. They can't enjoy their day because Peach's ass is behind them narrating the whole event. Like, what do you think life is? Life isn't a constant opportunity for you to film and record to put on YouTube. What does she think it is? Well, I mean, I can't believe her for real. I just can't. Me, and you know that Gregory is not prepared for the world around him because if he were, or maybe he's afraid to tell his mother. But my child, my 13-year-old, would be like, Mom, don't record. She would say it off top, don't record at the school. Or Mom, I don't want to be on film today. I don't want to be on camera. They will say it in a heartbeat. Sometimes they don't mind it, but for something as important as going to to look at a school, at a college, my kids would absolutely not. Absolutely not. Most kids would be embarrassed by the mere thought of their mother attending a school that they would be going to in a gown. You don't love your son. You have no respect for anything or anybody. And forgive me, I shouldn't be saying that because poor Gregory Mckay could quite possibly hear me saying that. I do believe that Peach loves her kids. She doesn't have the common sense of a fucking bed bug. I'm upset by it. I'm upset by it. Sorry for the use of profanity, guys, but I am upset by it. Why in the hell would you go to that school? You must not really intend on him going to that school, first of all. Because if you did, why would you show up in the gown with two damn poof balls on top of your head? And then you wonder why. You wonder why they thought your kids needed feeding empty little tummy trash bags. Look at how you act. And it's not about impressing people, but this is a school, okay, of higher learning. This is a college. This isn't the projects where you came up. Ghetto as hell, M3. Ghetto, like, you know how to act when you go to different places. If I go to church, I'm going to dress a certain way because I'm going to respect the Lord. I'm going to respect the house of the Lord if I go to church. If I'm going to work, you can't go to work looking any kind of way. They have dress codes. They have dress codes. So I'm going to go to work dressed accordingly. If I'm having lunch out with my girlfriends, I'm going to act a certain way and dress a certain way. Maybe I'll laugh more. Maybe my language will be a little bit more colorful, right? Because girls talk and we're going to have a certain vibe about us. But when we're around men, we're going to conduct ourselves another way. Maybe we'll still be chill and we'll be cool, but we'll be feminine, right? Like, what man wants his woman acting like she's one of the guys and saying and doing whatever? No, there's a time and place. Time and place. And acting like Mckay is going to college. First, don't you have to take SATs and pass them? Wasn't she just looking at cars for him? Peach doesn't care who she exploits, what opportunities she exploits, as long as she gets on here and does her content and gets people to talking. For his sake, I hope that Gregory has taken an SAT, and I hope that he does have an opportunity to go to a good school. Good on him. Good on him. I don't begrudge any child that, because it's not his fault who his mother is. It's not his fault. And I'm not going to put Gregory down because I can do that to his mom enough. I can do it to his mom. I don't even have to mention Gregory Mckay. My point is, why in the hell are you at that doggone school carrying on like you are on the corner, on the block, in those projects that you grew up in with Tracy and them. If she, I'm telling you right now, if she comes out with a video of her twerking down to the scat, everybody listening to this needs to go to YouTube and they need to report her. And I never say report her, but if she does that at that school where those babies are hoping to get a degree, if she goes to that school and disrespects that school and brings down the prestige of that school, I'm telling you guys, I'm telling you right now, that's not cool at all. She don't give a damn. She's all about herself. Exactly, Shantae. Exactly. Can I react to stray kids? What? She can never hold a regular job. Her mouth is too reckless. Right. She can't pay rent, but going to buy Mckay a $20,000 car. Where is it? She just likes to hear herself talk. I'm so glad to have my job. I'm so glad that any school that Gregory Mckay decides to attend, I can afford it. Peach, stop lying. Stop lying. First of all, they're giving your children felt grab bags down to the school, and you expect us to believe that you can actually afford 60K a year? You couldn't even afford to pay your rent. Like, if you can afford 60K a year, homegirl, go buy you and your children a house. For real. Because why would you spend 240K on an education and you don't own a home? Your son might not even ever see 240K in his lifetime, especially not from that degree. He doesn't have the contacts. He doesn't have the network. You don't have the capability to expose him to the type of people that he needs to be exposed to in order to get those jobs. And do you think that any school worth their salt, any employer worth their salt, you think they want the son of a social misfit like you at their school? No. If I'm the dean of admissions, denied as soon as I see Gregory Mckay's application come across my desk. I don't care what his test scores are. Denied, off top, automatically. Absolutely not. Because if I have to see her at school events with her camera out, disrupting the educational process, making other people feel uncomfortable. Can you imagine you're there? Just put yourself in this position. You're there at SCAD, right? And you have your child with you and you are doing a tour of the school. You're there for orientation. And then you have this bird brain behind you narrating the whole entire day in a gown, in a nightgown. $700 bike for choice, but no service. Exactly. First of all, why are you spending $700 for a bike? You spend all that money on that barber shop, and now the kids don't even get their haircut. You spent thousands of dollars setting up a barber shop for your husband, and your children are walking around with BDBs in their head. And it's not their fault. Those are beautiful kids. It's not their fault. Poor, poor phenomenon is walking around with lint in his hair. And he has to endure people talking about him. I'm just grateful that he's too young to understand what's going on. Because there's people that are reacting and talking about how poor his hygiene is, and he's a fucking baby. It's just crazy. Can you turn that light on, baby girl?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, I burnt up my doggone meat. Oh.
Smells good.
Mm. Oh well.
What is this?
Hmm?
What is
I'm
this?
live.
Sorry.
I'm live. Wait a minute. While I'm over here talking about everybody else, go get your homework done.
I was just doing it.
I'm over here talking about somebody else's parenting. Child, go do your work.
You saw me doing it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, go finish it.
Oh, yeah.
Y'all, I done burnt up my little steak. Hey, G Mama and Gooder. What's good, Mama? Everybody say hi to my mama. Hi, Michelle Phillips. Your daughter is at Spelman. Spelman is 100K. Ooh, child. So 100K a year. Out of state is 50K a semester. That is a lot. Listen, Spelman is a prestigious university. I fully expect that your daughter will network and be able to, connect with others who will far exceed the level of education that she is getting. When you graduate from schools like that, even from Harvard, from Yale, maybe even this SCAD. I've never heard of SCAD, but you tend to network with other like-minded individuals who, no matter where you are in the United States, you'll be able to have, you know, um, job opportunities and opportunities that you wouldn't get if you didn't go to that school. You know what I mean? But I'm not going to lie to you. 400K is a lot of money to go to school. 400K is a lot of money. And I'm not going to, and you don't have to talk about it. I'm not going to suggest that your daughter is getting financial aid or student loans. I'm just going to say that there are a lot of kids that are going to school right now and they're getting financial aid and they're getting loans and they owe all this money and they're barely making that type of money when they leave school. Almost 30 years ago, was it 30 years ago? I'm aging myself practically. Hell, when I graduated from college, it was a long time ago. But when I graduated from college, I talked about this last night. When I got out of college, I didn't get my dream job right away. I did the internship and I actually applied, but I had to wait for my gig to start. So here I was with a degree. Wait a minute, what is that? Hold on, guys. Here I was with a degree, right? And I'm from California. Like I would go to apply to different jobs and it would be truckloads of people there with the same type of degrees that I had. So not only um, did I have to go through the process of getting hired, but I had so many people I had to compete with. So there's going to be a lot of educated people when our children graduate from college. So, not everybody is going to get the gig. And even if you do, right now, I left my former employer. I retired. I'm retired as of September. But when I was thinking about leaving my employer, I was looking for different. Um, I was looking at different career choices, and what I was seeing is they want to pay you $30 an hour with a master's degree. $30 an hour with a master's degree. I'm not gonna send my kid to school and they're not getting a technical education like a STEM education or a medical degree of some sort. I'm not going to send my kid to school for an art degree. Okay, I'm not going to do that. And people only want to pay $30 an hour. 100K is a lot. One blessing she does have is thank God gave her all those boys and not a house full of girls. Because I can imagine Ida, be nice. And no offense, but in my Robin Harris voice, can we start with who call her a mother? This character is delusional on parenting. Absolutely. Thanks, Michelle, for saying hi to my mom. Because she didn't go to college, she doesn't understand the admission process. She certainly doesn't. She also doesn't understand decorum and how, and I see it quite often these days. You'll see different people saying, well, why is it that we have to perform? Why do we have to acquiesce to how everyone else wants to view us? That's not the point. The point is, if you're at an institution of higher learning, conduct yourself accordingly. Conduct yourself accordingly. As you just, as the mama here said, their daughter is attending school and she's paying 100K a year. If my child is at Spelman and I'm paying 100K a year, I want her to have a 100K a year experience. I don't want just anybody to be able to walk the campus in nightgowns. I don't want that. I'm not paying for that. I could send my kid to a jack a Cracker Jack college if I didn't care what the atmosphere was like, right? I want my kid to be able to experience a 100K a year education, and I don't want to see that. I don't want to see some hillbilly walking around the campus with a camera like she's never been anywhere or seen anything. Sorry if I sound bougie, sorry if I sound snobby. I don't think I'm better than anybody else. That is not the point. It's the same thing as those people in Lakewood Ranch. And a lot of people said, oh, those white people this. No, people who are paying more for rent, people who are buying homes. If you bought a home, if you bought a home in a neighborhood and you're taking care of your yard and your yard is well manicured, right? And you take care of your house, you go to work or you have a business and you work hard to achieve your goals and to obtain the things that you have. You don't want to look across the street and somebody's house looks like Sanford and Son. You don't want that. And nobody on here listening to this live can dispute that. I was just saying that it's just me 21. I said if she goes to that school, now she has on the gown. She has on a gown. Guys, she has on a gown. And she posted a short in the parking lot. And it looked like she was in some type of establishment. I said already, I already called it. She's going to twerk at that damn school. She's going to twerk at that doggone school. That gown and gas station dance gave me secondhand embarrassment. Like, come on now. Right, Michelle, right. I'm just keeping it real. And no, we don't have to perform. No, we don't have to carry ourselves a certain way just to be accepted by other people. No, we don't have to look a certain way. We don't have to speak a certain way. But we wasn't raised like that. Our grandmamas didn't raise us like that. Our mamas didn't raise us to just go out and act a doggone fool. I know mine didn't. I know mine didn't. Mm-mm. I'm open about it. She is on scholarship, no shame. She graduated at age 16 with AP classes. Go ahead then. And a 4.3 GPA, I only have to pay for private dorm. Go ahead then. Go ahead. Go ahead, Michelle. Money getters, give Michelle a hand clap. Because I'm going to tell you right now, your daughter didn't get to where she is without you. It's kids that are failed every day. We have smart kids in our community every day, and they don't reach their potential because they don't have parents who are supporting them and making sure that they get what they need. So shout outs to you. If your daughter was pregnant at 16, you would be blamed. If she's at Spelman with a 4.3, then you need to be commended for that as well. Shout out to you, mama. For real, for real. For real. I love to see it and I love to hear it. I love to hear Black women are raising kids who are doing well. Those are our future. We need more of that. We need more of that. We don't need a bunch of nonsense. A bunch of women who are shooting each other because they didn't hold the door open for her. Somebody didn't say thank you for holding the door open for them. We don't need any more of that. We need educated people in our community. We need that. For real, for real. We need moms who aren't trying to be teenagers, who aren't out here performing for social media. This could have been your one chance to show that you are a decent human being, Peach. This could have been your one opportunity to show that. It doesn't matter how much money you make, class cannot be bought. For real, for real. This could have been your one opportunity to redeem yourself. Yeah, you took him down there. You took him down to the college. But you don't think those kids are going to be snickering and grinning? They're going to be talking about how his mama, how his mammy, because that's how you went down there looking, how his mammy, oh, that's the guy whose mama came down here with the gown on. And if those kids don't say it, you can be sure those those teachers and those administrators are saying it. You had to ask, you had to ask for one of those doggone what are they called? Ponchos? That's not what it's called. You know, the raincoats that go over you. You had to ask for what everybody else was being given because you don't belong. You don't belong. You don't belong not because of your race. You don't belong because of how you act. Go ahead then. You're a single black mother. She talks about single black moms. You're the type of woman that she tries to put down. And yet your daughter can read. Your daughter can read, and your daughter has a 4.3. 4.3. Your daughter is on scholarship. But you're exactly who she likes to talk about and put down. She owns nothing. It's me, 21. Not a thing. And yet she can afford to pay $60K a year. Why would you even pay $60K a year for that type of education? And I'm going to tell you, if one of my kiddos say, I want to go to this school, first of all, my first thing is how much are they paying? Like I said earlier, my education was free. By the time I got done getting my degrees, I owed between undergrad and grad school, I owed $160K. And I didn't pay a dime of that. Okay? I didn't pay none of that. And wasn't about to. If your kids get financial aid, cool, they get financial aid. But those loans, whatever school your kid wants to go to, make sure that the school is going to give them a scholarship. There's plenty of scholarships out there, first of all. To be honest, I'm waiting to see the high school diploma before I even think to believe that she's doing all this for content. I seriously don't think that boy is going to graduate, not this year. I don't know. I don't know. I would say this, ordinarily, at least in California, if you don't have a certain amount of credits by a certain time in the year, then you can't even go to the regular campus anymore. But he is at a charter school, if he's even still at the charter school. You can support Mommy Money Getter by sending a super chat or a super sticker. Become a member. Thank you, M3. You guys, I'm using a little profanity. When I use profanity, then I don't get monetized. So if you guys could help out and send a super chat, I appreciate it. If not, thank you for hitting the like button. You guys can hit the like button as well. That is free. Memberships are $2.99 and you get special emojis. And I've been uploading some exclusive content. You know, all the content that I produce cannot go on the main page. If you know, you know. She needs to teach her kids manners. They are wild in public. Absolutely. Absolutely. Peach be on this platform straight flexing. It's like she is ashamed of choice. because he has autism. She probably is the reason why he has it, doing splits and jumping while 9 months pregnant. I'll tell you this, I've seen moms, TikTok moms, social media moms with children who have disabilities. And I would say, why are they putting their child on social media? Why are they exploiting their child? Or I would even say, wow, why would they allow their kid to continue on and they have to battle so much? Those same parents made a liar out of me. Those parents have shown that through tenaciousness, through tenacity, through love, and through support, how much a kid can grow. I have seen children who are autistic. I have seen it with my own eyes in my own family. I have seen children just do so well. They do, I feel like, and depending on the severity of a child with autism, and that goes with anything, right? That's with anything. They can do just as well as your so called normal children. And I say this all the time, it's all about early intervention, and it's also about behavior management, something that Choice is severely lacking. He's been allowed to just run amok. Chad, if your child doesn't desire college, please don't pressure. Here in Texas, we have a program that does so many free certification programs: phlebotomy, welding, EMT, electrical. I say this all the time, Michelle. When I was going to college, that's what was being promoted. I felt like I needed a college education in order to be able to succeed in life. That's no longer the case. Welders make good money. They make very good money. And we don't have enough, as a Black community, we don't have enough of skilled laborers, those people who are working those jobs and who can compete in those fields, because not everyone is going to be a doctor or a lawyer, right? Not everybody wants to do that. It's not everyone that wants to work in the area of STEM, and that's okay. That is okay. Some people don't even want to go to college at all. Some people are content with working at a warehouse or working as a plumber. I feel like as long as an able bodied person is out there willing to go get it without hurting somebody else, however you get your bag, that's how you get your bag. As long as you're not hurting others, and as long as you're willing to go out there and do something worthwhile and do it to the best of your ability. Don't just ever settle. Like if you're going to go work at McDonald's, work towards being the manager and possibly owning your own McDonald's one day. It's all about growth. Peach talks about when she went to college but never finished, did one semester and acts like she did something. She says, one minute she says that she had a full ride scholarship, but she didn't go because she was pregnant with Gregory Mckay. Then she went to school. She's educated. Okay, in what, Peach? What are you educated in? She just likes to talk. So many more options than back in 1984 when I finished high school. And with fast food giving out pennies nowadays, I'm glad kids have options. Absolutely. Absolutely. hmm Marcella Wright, parents should be your first teachers, but she doesn't value education. Absolutely. I knew I wasn't college material, so I went to cosmetology school and I did just fine. Teach, don't preach. Look, Mr. Mulatto, not today. Absolutely. Like I was saying, not everybody wants to go to school though. And there are people who are just as successful as cosmetologists as there are people who are successful in other fields. There are so many entrepreneurs in the Black community right now who are making six figures and up. Like when I think about it, I'm like, I got it wrong. I feel like I was bamboozled, right? I was bamboozled. Like these kids are making buku money and they don't have education. They don't have a degree. But like I said, if you want that, if you want a degree for yourself, if that's what you choose to do, if that's where your heart is leading you, fine. But at the same time, it is my hope that when people do get these degrees, that they are going into professions that will be worthwhile. First of all, that they will enjoy what they do. I hated the job I was at. It was so stressful. It was horrible. So don't listen to me, guys. I'm a little bitter about the whole educational process and the whole go work and be a work horse thing. I hated every minute of it. She also said she used to be a landlord, but how can you be a landlord? I think she said she did property management. Right, that camera is her favorite child. Absolutely. Right, Allison. My sister is a cosmetologist, you know. She's a business owner. She also um does sales and things like that. She does a lot with that. It makes a good amount of money. So you can make good money in any profession that you're in as long as you are constantly evolving and learning new things. And I feel like as long as you can provide a service that others need, because it doesn't matter how broke somebody is, they're going to want their hair done. I don't care how broke women are. They want their nails done, they want their hair done. Even if a woman can't go out and buy herself a new outfit, she wants her hair and nails done. So if you go into that type of profession, you're also, I mean, you're likely to do pretty well. People will always need a dentist. As long as people continue to commit crimes, they will always need an attorney. I actually heard her say landlord. That's when I knew she was lying. Oh, she said landlord. Um, Not a property manager, because a landlord is usually someone who owns the property and who manages their property themselves. So there's no telling what that woman would say. She'll say anything to sound smart and to act like she's above everybody else. She did 50, 11 jobs in a short span. That math is not mathing. Well, the biggest thing she did was say that she was a multi-million, that she was a millionaire before YouTube. And in my mind, if you were already a millionaire before, then you would have already had access to a lot of different things. Like how is it that you just went to the Yard House the other day? She was acting like she was at like this five-star restaurant. The Yard House is an everyday place. It's almost like going to Red Lobster or or the Cheesecake Factory, but she was acting like she was going to some exclusive restaurant at the Yard House. IDK means I don't know. Layla. You did what for 17 years? Cosmetology, Allison? Yeah, but that's what she does, act like she's and you know what? It's only half the likes of the amount of people that's in here. Can I get you guys to hit the like button? Ooh, y'all. I gotta go get my own child. Yeah, she took those $30 coupons real quick. Real quick. That used to be my favorite meal at the Yard House. The lobster noodles, but they make them different now. They used to be really good. But I guess she's at the hotel with this gown on. So if she has the gown on and she's at the hotel, we can about guess that she probably slept in that gown and went out with it. She doesn't have a millionaire mentality. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. If I've already had $1 million before, if I already did really well and made a lot of money, then I already have a mindset of, okay, if I ever make this type of money again, I fumbled the first bag, but that's me right now. Like I fumbled bags before. I splurged and I did this and that. That's why I'm like now, like, do I want to buy this? Do I want to do this? Or do I just want to sit on my money? And that's largely because I've already bought so many different things. I have a garage full of clothes and shoes that I don't even wear anymore. And then all the clothes and shoes that I bought this year, I'm losing weight. So guess what? I'm not going to wear that anymore. Clothes, shoes, purses, it's just all stuff. And after a while you get tired of buying stuff. You want experiences, you want to travel, you want to you want to set goals for yourself and watch your money grow and start businesses and things like that. You want to have some type of legacy that you can leave behind for your children. Like, why would you just constantly keep buying stuff? Like, you're constantly buying stuff. You have 10 people to support. Right. She has a pure hood rich mentality, grab and spend to show I have a few coins. Absolutely, Michelle. That's why she goes to Navy Federal and asks for $10,000 and thinks it's a big deal. Like, leave that money in your account so it can draw interest. You big dodo. Saw that gown on Amazon, $30. I didn't find it at Target, her favorite store. Did you buy it? It's just me 21. I hope you didn't buy it. She really wants her followers to believe that she's richer, better, and smarter than everyone else. Delulu is right, Latrice. Delulu is absolutely right. Yes, go to her page, the LV Glam. Go to her page. She is walking around the school on the tour. I kid you not. I'm gonna play the video for you. This video right here.
No. Coming here, I was told it's gonna be about 55,000 a year, but after speaking to the admission rep, she said 60,000. With my job, Gregory will be going to college debt free. Woo! Like no matter what school he picks, we
Mind you, she's doing all that hollering down to the school. There's other people there. They're quiet, and she's making all that noise.
can afford it debt free. Then after that, I gotta do this a bunch of more times for all of my other kids. But Gregory is setting a 8 more times. Well, seven if choice you don't go, but Gregory is setting a great example for his siblings. My thing is, I just want Gregory to take advantage of all of the opportunities. Yep. So I just keep preaching that to him, like, son, the world is your oyster. Take advantage, Kai, of all of the opportunities right in front of you. So let's go ahead and check out these dorms. So
Yeah,
we
but she
said,
has on the gown.
Gregory, Mckay, and I have on our ponchos, and we are going to go ahead and tour the dorm room. And then after that, we're going to get on the yellow bus to go to the animation studio, since Gregory is really interested in that. SCAD offers an opportunity to go over to Japan to learn more about animation, especially for those who are into manga and anime, which is something that Gregory McKay absolutely loves and has a love.
So it's that video right here. You can see her arms on camera, and she has on that same gown that we see her in um on the other short. So this content that she's putting out today, It's probably a couple of days old. And before I get out of here, because I got to go pick up my own child from school, honey, while I'm over here talking about somebody else, y'all. Um, why did she leave all those children home with Wood? Now, she could have very well drove down to the SCAD with the whole gang, and they can be at the hotel with Wood. But I also would like to know, why isn't his father at this event with him? Yet again, Peach has taken an opportunity for father and son to bond. It makes you wonder, is Wood Mckay's daddy? Is that his father? Because if so, why is Peach stealing every momentous occasion away from them? Why does she do that? Why is Wood being denied the opportunity to bond with his son? Why is he being treated like the hired help at every opportunity? This was an opportunity for Gregory and his father to go and tour the school. Does she not trust her husband? Does she not think he's smart enough? Well, we already know that. The video I did the other day, she exposed that Wood cannot read for the world to see. And a lot of people condemn Wood. Why isn't Wood working? Because Peach doesn't want him to work. Peach made him shut down his car wash. Peach won't allow him to go see his mother. Peach wouldn't allow him to go get a vasectomy. She made him feel bad when he finally did. Peach calls all of the shots. She won't even let him be a father to his kids. Hey, Joshua, how was work? You know good and well she's going to try to get a loan. You know, if she will try to exploit the CPS, if she would try to exploit WIC and food stamps, you know good and well Mckay is going to get financial aid. She just can't say it out loud, especially after the feeding empty little tummies debacle. Now she can't say it out loud that he's going to be getting financial aid. First of all, they're just touring the school. So let's not get ahead of ourselves, guys. They're just touring the school. It's an open house. Anybody can go. They have future events as well. So if you would like to go to SCAD, I mean, I don't know if you want your kiddos going there now that Peach can be seen on campus. Not Mckay. Mckay is fine. Mckay is fine to be there. But you might have to run into his mammy over there as well. She is both parents in one, daddy per lip, coloration, smoke cigarettes, and maybe a few too many fuzzies can cause some. Right, right. Well, Michelle, he looks like a housewife that's at home all the time that doesn't have an opportunity to do anything for himself. He's not allowed to do anything for himself. He's constantly cooking, cleaning, and watching kids. You see him falling asleep all the time. He's always asleep. He's tired. And now she's on vacation, eating fried chicken and having a good time with Mckay. Right, Shantae, if he's going debt free, how will the rest of the family eat? Exactly. Exactly. What does she think? What does she take us for? What she must believe in her feeble little mind that we are complete idiots. Yep. But yes, guys, I gotta go. It just incensed me to no end to hear her say she's going to be paying 60K a year for an education for an art degree. Like you could send him to the junior college for the free for that. And number two, it also incensed me, infuriated me to see her at that college with a nightgown on. I'm telling you, just out of control. But I might be back on here later. Who knows? We'll see. We'll see. You guys, I hope you're following me. If not, it's like Come on now, it's 56 of you in here. Like you could have hit the like button. You really could have hit the like button. I don't know. I might not come back. You guys didn't leave a super chat. You didn't join a membership. You didn't hit the like button. Like, come on. For art degrees, no, I don't think so either. Right. She think she that's what she think. She thinks that we are all from the 600 hallway. All right, y'all. I will see you guys later on. Have a good one. I acknowledged you a long time ago, Gma Money Getter, and everybody said hi to you. I said, that's my mom. Say hi to my mom. Like, where was you, Mama? Where were you at? Where was you at, Mama? Where was your antennas? Thanks for the you guys see Mama Three showing off the money getter emojis. That can be you too. You could be a big money getter if you join the membership, guys. But I see you guys later on. Please come back. I'll try to come back if I have something worth talking about. I'll come back. But those of you who couldn't hit my like button, who's in the bushes, you know what I mean? Like, you know what? Have a good day. Have a good day, all of you. I'm not gonna curse you out like Peach do you, Peach Patch. I'm not gonna do you like that. But you guys could have hit my like button, real talk. Bye bye. You went on your phone. Well, Mama, what are you talking about? Nobody acknowledged you. You see how black people do? You see how people do? Girl, I'm ready to call you, Mama. Answer your phone.